Alright, gang, I'm sick again. But I read your comments on the last review video, and I think I'm gonna be doing better now, okay guys? I'm gonna be doing better this time. I don't wanna say still sick, but I am sick again. I think I got sick on the bus. But anyhow, I watched the new SpongeBob movie, and I I was like talking about it with friends so I can get my opinions on it all collected before I start speaking, so it's not so garbly-gook like the FNAF 2 review. I don't know. What I liked about it first was I think the rigs on the characters were very, very impressive. The meshes, not so much. I don't really like the style of the movie. I think everything looked really plastic, and when I first saw advertisements for the movie, I thought it was like a made for Netflix movie, like that like recent Plankton movie that came out. But when actually watching it, I was actually shocked, like genuinely, of like how good these like rigs were. Like they were just so expressive, and like how they were able to just like deform and like go into like different shapes. It genuinely astounded me. I thought it was really really cool. It was like just kind of cool as like a technology standpoint than really anything. And like I feel like it definitely added to the comedic elements of some scenes as well. But I don't know. When I was like watching this movie though, I kind of wish like I don't know how possible this would have been because I know they're completely different meshes and rigs and everything. But like I loved how the third movie looked. I wasn't a big fan of the third movie, but I think the third movie, like the style of it at least, looked really pretty. And so like I wonder how possible it would have been just to kind of like put these characters' rigs onto the meshes of the third movie. I know these models probably aren't made for that type of rig, but I would love to see what that would kind of look like. Something I wish I saw more in the movie was there was this one scene where it was like a montage, and like the film in the montage starts like burning up, and we get to see like the shot of like this fish complaining about the state the movie was in. And I really like that. It was like this weird meta scene, and I kind of wish there was like more of that in this movie. I feel like SpongeBob is kind of like the perfect character to get kind of like weirdly meta, not like Rick and Morty, but like just kind of like poke fun at like its own show because this is like a show that's been going on for like how long now? So I feel like it would have been kind of just funny to see more of that, and like it took me so off guard too. It like genuinely shocked me because like there's nothing else like that else in the movie, and so I thought it was it was really funny. So I wish we saw more of that in the movie, and that's really all I can really good say about the movie. Uh, Everything else was kind of just it was rough, but yeah, I don't know where do I begin? I guess I'll talk about the story. Um, I the story had like no suspense whatsoever. I don't know if it's my me having a headache, but like I didn't even know what the Dutchman's curse was at the beginning. So like I didn't even kind of register that like SpongeBob was really being tricked in anything besides like Mr. Krabs saying he's being tricked. And like speaking of like Mr. Krabs and everything, I think it would have been cool to kind of have like this feeling of like it being like a race to get to like this ending piece for like Mr. Krabs, Squidward, and Gary to save SpongeBob and also find Dutchman to trick SpongeBob. But like it didn't feel like a race at all because like every time because like there wasn't really that much screen time with like Mr. Krabs and the gang. But like when we did get to see them, they were just kind of in the same spot the entire time. So like it felt like really no tension whatsoever. I feel like what I would have loved to see was Mr. Krabs going through all these segments SpongeBob had to go through, and like SpongeBob being like brave about it and stuff, being like a swashbuckler, while Mr. Krabs he acts like a little baby boy about it. Not a big guy about it. I feel like it would have shown that like, oh, he's lying about being a swashbuckler. And so I feel like it would have had like made more sense at the end then for him being like, I lied, me boy, I lied. It would have made more sense, I think, than just kind of like it coming out of nowhere that like it was a kids menu. Because like there were shots where he like is all scared in the underworld and stuff, but like it I feel like it would have been more impactful if he like went through also the trials SpongeBob went through and just completely failed them all and like just kind of like ran away. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like it was just very unfortunate end where they just found a seagull and just flew to the end. I was like, that seems very anticlimactic. Uh, yeah. Then at the ending too, they used like these weird AI backdrops, which, ugh, dude, like, oh my goodness, you couldn't have just gone to like a boardwalk or like at least just like try the model boardwalk or something. I don't. God, I don't. Damn, man, that makes me mad. I'm so. It makes me furious actually seeing like AI stuff now on like the big screens. It. Oy. Good thing I didn't watch this on a big screen though. But yeah. I don't know what else is there to talk about. I don't know yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I like how all the advertisements too were like advertising Ice Spice. Ice Spice never even really showed up in it. She was there for like less than a minute. And yeah, all the advertisements are all just like, look at Ice Spice. I got Ice Spice. I feel like, and like that reminds me too. Like SpongeBob didn't even ride the roller coaster. The whole driving motivation of SpongeBob was he wanted to ride this roller coaster. Like yeah, he rode a roller coaster that was up on land, but like it wasn't the roller coaster that started this incident. I feel like it would have been so good to see SpongeBob ride this roller coaster at the end. To add like like a nice little ending to it, but no. I don't know. What a wacky movie. But yeah, Barb is hot. I like her. She's a cutie patootie. I have like a crush on her now. I like her. But yeah, I don't. SpongeBob big guy pants okay.